Hey guys, I built this draggable image card stack using Vite, React, Tailwind, TypeScript, and Framer Motion. You can grab any card and drag it in any direction, and it smoothly flips to the back of the stack with some clean 3D motion baked in. And today, I'll walk you through the final code file by file. I'll break down why I built it this way, how the animations work, and how I made everything reusable and clean. Let's start at the entry point, main.tsx. Nothing fancy here, just your typical Vite plus React setup. It renders our app component. I always leave strict mode on because it helps catch side effect bugs early and ensures components follow best practices, especially useful when building reusable UI like this. In app.tsx, we're just centering our component with some Tailwind utility classes and rendering image card stack component, which is the main feature of this project. Before we continue, let me quickly walk you through how I organized the project. The core folder holds reusable components like the card stack and draggable container. Feature-specific logic, like the image card stack itself, lives in the features folder. Hooks is where I keep custom logic, like how the card tilts when you drag it. And lib contains shared types and utilities that the rest of the app depends on. It's a simple setup, but it keeps the code base clean and easy to extend. Now let's take a look at the image stack file. This is where the visual part of the card stack comes together. This component is called image card stack. It's a wrapper around the generic card stack component, and it feeds it an array of image data. Each image has two properties, an ID and an IMG path. These are typed using a simple interface that extends a base type called stackable item. That just ensures each item has an ID, so the stack can track and reorder them properly. The actual images are just local files and so on, but you could replace them with URLs from a CMS or database pretty easily. Inside the card stack, each item is rendered as an IMG tag. I'm using object cover to make sure the images fill the card area without distortion, and rounded algae to soften the edges visually. It's a clean, flexible way to map a data array into animated draggable cards without hard coding anything. Now this is where the main logic happens. The card stack component is what actually creates the interactive stack layout. It takes in a list of items and renders them as draggable animated cards. You can pass in your own styles or tweak things like perspective, rotation, and scale using the stack config prop. There's a default config defined at the top with values for rotation, scale, and perspective. That way I can override just what I need without repeating everything. You'll notice I defined card stack props and stack config directly in this file. That's intentional. These types are very specific to this component and aren't used anywhere else. No need to move them into types.ts unless I reuse them later. On the other hand, the stackable item type is in the shared types file because it's used across both this and the image stack component. Now the cool part, the send to back function. When you drag a card, it gets moved to the back of the array. That's how the visual stack reshuffles, and it's all tracked with local state using useState. Inside the map function, I wrap each card in a draggable container. Then, I animate it with Framer Motion, using rotation and scaling to give that stack 3D look. The transform origin is set toward the corner, so the rotation feels more natural. It's a generic and flexible component. You could swap out the image cards for text, profile cards, anything, and the layout would still work. So now we're inside the draggable container component. This is what actually makes the cards draggable. I abstracted this out so I can reuse it wherever I want draggable behavior in other components. It's built with Framer Motion, and here's what's happening. I apply motion styles like X, Y, Rotate X, and Rotate Y. Those come from a custom hook called Use Card Rotation. That's what gives it that subtle 3D tilt when you drag. I've also added drag constraints to keep the cards from flying off screen and drag elastic to make it feel a bit more bouncy. When you let go of the card, handle drag and triggers. That's where the logic decides to send the card to the back of the stack. And just for a better user feel, while you're dragging, the cursor changes to grabbing. And last, this little hook is called Use Card Rotation. I'm not going to go deep into it, but here's what it does. It tracks the card's X and Y drag movement using Framer Motion's motion values. Then it maps those values to subtle Rotate X and Rotate Y transforms. So as you drag, the card tilts slightly, giving it that nice interactive 3D feel. It also checks how far the card was dragged, and if it crosses a threshold, like more than 180 pixels, it triggers the logic to move it to the back of the stack. If not, it snaps back to its original position. It's a small detail, but makes the drag experience feel way more polished. Now, as for the source code, well, I've basically given it to you throughout the video. You've seen the full project file by file, and I walked through everything that matters. So if you want to revisit anything, just scrub back through and pause wherever you need. It's all here. If you watched until here, thank you. Drop a like, comment what you want next, and subscribe for more. See you in the next one. Bye bye.